Hi, thank you so much for joining me for practice today. My name is Heather, and we are going to get started by sitting on our heels a little bit more towards the back end of your mat. Go ahead and find a nice, comfortable position where you are sitting up tall, long spine, and take your right fingertips to the floor, to the right side of you. Inhale, lift the left hand up above and over to the right side. Just starting off with the side stretch today. Bring the torso back up to center. Keep this left hand up in the air and just tilt your head to the left and place your hand on your right ear. Bring that left hand back up. Head comes back to center and lift the right hand up to meet it. Inhale. And then exhale, send the right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips come behind you and twist to the left. Gently release. Now send the left fingertips to the left side. Inhale, right hand reaches up and over. Bring the torso back to center. Tilt your head to the right side and just place this right hand gently on your left ear. Now, no need to pull here, just resting the hand on the ear should be enough. And release. Bring this right hand back up. Left hand comes up to meet it. And then twist, exhale to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee, right fingertips behind you. And untwist, come back to center. Come to a tabletop position, taking the knees hips distance, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Uncurl the toes and slowly walk both hands forward, just a few inches. Melt the chest down, send the hips over the knees. Send them back. Keep the arms active, so elbows lifted off of the ground. And just melt your chest down. And then walk your hands in, back to that tabletop, so shoulders are over wrists again. Excuse me. And keep the right palm planted. Inhale, lift up the left palm up to the sky. And exhale, thread it through underneath the right, resting your Left shoulder, left temple onto the floor, and coming up to fingertips with this right hand. Plant this right palm when you're ready and press yourself back up. And then send the left foot out behind you. Coming to the ball of that left foot, slide it to the right side. And then look back to the right at that foot. Bring it back, and then send this left foot, all the way up to the front in your low lunge. So planting it in between the hands, facing the front of your mat. Lengthening the hips down. More of a restorative lunge today. And then when you're ready, heel toeing that left foot out to the left side, bringing the left hand to the inside of that foot, coming to lizard. And if it's comfortable for you and you want to, you can even lower the forearms down. So if lizard is a little too deep, you can always stay in that low lunge, no problem. And just take some moments to notice your breath, to really let yourself go, let yourself relax in these positions. Press both palms into the ground. Heel toe that foot back in between the hands, and then just send it back to your tabletop. So readjusting, finding your alignment again. Inhale, send the right hand up to the sky, and exhale, thread it through underneath the left hand or left arm, resting your right shoulder, your right temple onto the floor. And you can even come to left fingertips. Press this left palm into the ground. Lift yourself back up to tabletop, and then send this right foot back, coming onto the ball mound of that right foot, and then sliding it out to the left side, turn your head to look back towards that right foot. And then send it back to center first, and then bring that right foot all the way up to the front, coming into your low lunge on this side. So if you're finding you don't have very much space here, this is a great spot for the blocks. So just bringing them on either side of you. If you stayed on that low lunge on the other side, and remember there's always different heights, kind of bringing the ground to you, lifting the floor up. If you want to move deeper, heel toe that right foot out to the right side, coming into lizard. And then if you lower down to forearms, you can do that as well to take it even deeper. Slowly lift back up, heel toe this right foot back to your low lunge. Curl those back toes under from here and lift up the back knee. Give it just a little rock so that you can step up the left foot up to the front. Keep the feet hips distance. Place a little bend in the knees and then grab opposite elbows. Let your upper back release. You can even sway a little side to side if that feels good. Or if holding your elbows is too tight, you can just reach fingertips on the floor and maybe reach to one side and then the other. Whatever works for you today. Whatever feels the best in your body. On an inhale, come to a halfway lift, lifting the spine to be parallel to the ceiling. Hands come to shins. You can keep that little bend in the knees though, because we're going to inhale to send both hands behind us, interlace the fingers. You can always release the palms from one another if the clasping is a little too tight, or grab a strap behind you. And then open up the chest in this halfway lift. And fold again, exhale. Again, keeping that bend in the knees. And if you want to start straightening the legs, you can. Release the hands slowly to the floor, unclasping them. Plant both palms, shoulders distance, fingers spread wide, and then just take one step back, and then the other, to come to a downward facing dog. So hips up high. If you need the knees bent here as well, feel free. Otherwise, root the heels down, press your chest down toward your thighs, arms stay active and engaged, and work to bring your ears in line with your biceps. can walk out the dog by bending through one knee and then the other. Take your time. And then find a little stillness. Drop the knees to the floor. And then let's turn to the side of our mat. Take the legs out wide into a V, as wide as is comfortable for you. So if they're in a little bit more, that's perfectly fine. And if they're out a little bit more, that's perfectly fine as well. Point the toes up towards the ceiling. Not point, that would be flexing, but toes face the ceiling. Inhale, nice long spine. And exhale, fold it straight forward. So you might be up here. That's okay. If you don't even want to fold today, you can just stay upright if that's enough. And if you want to come down to forearms, feel free, or even lower. Press yourself back up. Send this left foot in so that your left sole is facing your right inner thigh. Right arm comes palm face up to the inside of the right leg. And inhale, send this left arm up overhead. Just reaching to the right side. You can look up slightly. On an inhale, come back up to center. Send this left leg out to the left side again, and then bend through the right knee this time, sending the right sole to the inside of the left inner thigh. And left hand comes palm face up to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, right hand comes up overhead. You can slightly look up again. Use an inhale to lift back up to center and face the front of your mat, soles on the floor. Slowly roll one vertebrae at a time onto your back. Get in a comfortable position, adjusting your shoulders or your hips as needed. And then send this right knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then go ahead and straighten through this right leg. As much as is comfortable, you can grab onto the back of the thigh, the back of the calf, and stay here, or you can even grab your big toe with your pointer and middle finger. An option to take it even deeper, straighten through the left leg. Your left hand can just rest on your left hip here, kind of keeping it grounded down. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Gently release. Bring both soles to the floor real quick, just to lift the hips up and shift them a few inches to the right, and lower the left foot back down. Bring this right knee into the chest once more, and then just use your left hand to guide your right knee up and over to the left side. Right arm can come out to the right side of you, palm face up. You can look up towards the ceiling or towards that right palm, or close your eyes. Slowly untwist. Keep the hips where they are, a little off center, and send your left foot out to the left corner of your mat. Take this right foot and cross it over your ankle. So cross it over the left foot. Go ahead and shift your shoulders, keeping the hips where they are, planted down a little to the left as well. And then reach both hands up overhead. Grab a hold of your right wrist. So you can grab a hold of your right wrist, or if you want to, you can grab opposite elbows. Whatever feels better for you. Slowly release and uncross. Let's send our soles to the floor and hands palm face down just to readjust. Send them back to center. And then bring this left knee into the chest. We're just taking it to the other side. Knee into the chest. And then you can straighten through that leg, either grabbing the back of your thigh, your calf, or if accessible, using your pointer and middle finger to grab a hold of your big toe. And again, to take it deeper, just lower this right leg to the floor. Gently release. Both soles come to the floor once again. Lift the hips, shift them a few inches to the left this time, and then lower the right leg. Use this right hand to guide the left knee up and over to the other side of you. Right arm or left arm comes out to the left side of you, palm face up. You can look up towards the ceiling or towards that left palm. Gently untwist. Keep the hips rooted down where they are. Just move this left foot out to the right foot. Excuse me today. Move your right foot out to the right side and cross your left foot over your ankle. Crossing left over right, and then shift your shoulders to the right side. Hands come up. You can grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Or opposite elbows, whatever you did on the other side. Uncross, release the hands. Send your soles back to the floor just to center your hips. And then send one leg out and then the other to either corner of your mat. Out wide. Palms come to either side of you, face up. And close the eyes. Relax the breath. Relax your face, every corner, the forehead, the cheeks, the chin. Relax your shoulders. And just let yourself melt into the floor. Feeling the earth support you from below. I am going to leave you here in Shavasana today for as long as you need. Please stay before you get back up. Have a wonderful one. I hope you're feeling a little bit more restored, a little bit more relaxed today. I will see you in the next one, and namaste.